welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love once again. I welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am overwhelmed with faith and inspirations and ideas that I hope to share today. Today, I'm owning it. Today, I claim it. Today, celebrate Talcott Tuesday with me. Thank you sincerely to all of you who've already stopped by, right? And who will be following in. I'm starting a little bit early, and it's a holiday day, and we'll see what the future brings. But sincerely, praise God. That is where my heart is at. And I want us, as we gather together, I hope we can connect with some of these ideas, because truly, here's what I shared in the description. Accept, appreciate, and nurture your authentic self as love. Become true to the love who you are. Only you can deny your love. Only you can deny your greatness. I am truly inspired again. I've got so much to be excited about. But all the details aren't available. So as a teaser for those who are tuning in, catch tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I'll be able to announce some exciting news tomorrow. Not just for me, but all sorts of things are coming together, brothers and sisters. And so you are here with me. Let's gather just for a moment in the present and humble ourselves with gratitude. Thank you for allowing me to be who I am as I am today. Because it was everything from the past. There's a God of gods. There's a God of wonder. There's a God, one source from which we are. You and I, what we are the instruments for God's plans becoming revealed forth each day with goodness and authenticity and honesty, honest effort, honest care, honest giving. Man, last night I was last night, let me do a shout out. I finally joined our brother El Perro on his panel yesterday, and we had some fun conversations. So after that, I shared a teaser of my good news over there. So if you're interested, go check it out. Yesterday's live stream. Last night it was like my thoughts of gratitude for what I have learned, for what I believe, and where I am. Okay? Gratitude for what I've learned, what I hope for, what I believe is possible, and for everything I have. Last night I was so grateful. My thoughts on God kept me awake. I couldn't fall asleep, man. There were so many years I couldn't fall asleep because I was just angry, resentful. I was so confused. I'm trying to remember a couple of the thoughts I had earlier. My surrender. My surrender is what brought my freedom from my past. Humbling myself to the truth, the choices I made, the feelings I chose to carry around, those were mine. I've been finding evidence for my faith because I sought faith and God allowed me to be tested. And I am so grateful that God has allowed me on this path to learn about God. It's something I invite you to consider and accept. Seek to know, not fear God. Seek in your heart, and it's the desire is already there in your heart. It is, because God is love. Know God through love and the love of who you are. You can love who you are as you are, especially when you live in the image of goodness. I was inspired here. I'll drop the link here soon, and we'll see where the day brings. I was inspired by ideas as well, and I'm inviting anyone who hears these words, consider these ideas for your own community and see if it could be something helpful. I haven't followed through with the idea yet, but I intend to follow around to the local mayor. It seems that's a good place to start. The idea of a social center, a voluntary social center in this day of technology and data, I'm sure someone could create this idea real easily. But what I'm considering with this idea, oh, hey, you know what, Jubilee, you might appreciate this idea. It's in line with some of the things I've heard you saying too. um, if you're available, and for those who wish to join, please. It is New Year's Eve. For those who are here to join me and celebrate, it's a Tuesday too. Why not celebrate every Tuesday? Not for Talcott, but celebrate for you because it feels good to celebrate. And you can if you allow yourself. Invite yourself. You can allow yourself. Hey, wonderful.
Had to edit the other one. Used to being on panel, not joining other people's, but wonderful to see you. Thank you for sending me that video today. It was very powerful. And especially since it came from you and what I had just made a video on, and today is my daughter's birthday. She's not here right now, so I can join your panel for an hour or so, or however long I have an hour. So you had a powerful day yesterday. I also had a very powerful day yesterday after leaving your live, full of signs and symbols that you were entwined in. So I would love to hear what you had to share.
I love that. Jubilee, God bless you sincerely. Happy birthday to your daughter. And that is, today's a day to celebrate for you, for sure, huh?
Absolutely. That's a huge one of the signs and symbols. I moved into this house a year to the day before she was born. And of course, everyone has big New Year's Eves, but like everyone long before I became a mom. And then like they weren't even necessarily good. They were just like big events that happened in my life. And then, of course, becoming a mom is the best blessing to ever happen on a New Year's Eve for me. And then for the rest of my life, New Year's Eve is that. It's her birthday and the last day of the year. It's such a strange birthday to have. And yesterday I came up on your live to talk to Zach about the signs and symbols and how they're not conspiracy. I think they're here from God. And then Margot came up and lied about me and said that I had shown her son's grave and that I had asked for it to be defaced. So because today was my daughter's birthday, I was going to wait to today to go live and look into that. But I didn't want to go live today. I wanted to keep the day free. So anyway, I went live last night and Margot came into the chat and was said her son's name, gave the wrong date of his death, but she gave July 7th, which is the like hospital room I stayed in the mental hospital. Because he watched the whole 15-minute. I watched Butterfly Effect last night. I got off the live and got on Discord and realized there was a movie night I was supposed to be hosting. I was like, oh yeah, I got it. I'll get it up and running. Got Butterfly Effect going. And Butterfly Effect is already full of signs and symbols. It's a 2004 movie. But one of the other actors has Margot's son's death date as a birthday. The main and then today we watched The Order. And The Order has Jack as the main character. I had exactly there's now 732 subscribers, but I had 731 subscribers for nearly exactly a day after coming on your live, and that's of course your birthday. And then you sent me that on my daughter's birthday. And anyway, the order was full of signs and symbols. Like there was a grave desecration in the order. It is filmed on UBC, the campus I went, and Riverview, a mental hospital. It has a werewolf in it in the pilot, and we were watching it together with the same people I watched Butterfly Effect the night before. So mental order werewolves is very relevant because Keanu Reeves, everyone knows who Keanu Reeves is. He was very interconnected to my mental hospital stay, but he also got his start in my cousin Brad Fraser's play called Wolf Boy, about a man who goes to a mental hospital and has a love story with his roommate who thinks he's a werewolf. So that was weird. You, Zach, tell me there's a conspiracy behind that. Tell me there's somebody in a room. Oh, and it aired, the order aired on March 7th, which is the death date of my great-grandmother who was born on October 7th, which is also, the air date of a different TV show that has to do with mental illness. And mental illness and magic, specifically like witchcraft magic, is the movies, the TV shows are intertwined. Everything's intertwined, though. Everything human beings touch. Everything we put our energy and intention towards. Oh, and she gave her son's name. Her son's last name is Raymond. One of the reasons I felt connected to Margot, anyway, probably shared her son's grave if I shared it when I probably shouldn't have. If anyone can find the timestamp, I will still stand behind editing it out, even though she has clearly lied about that. She made that very, very evident. Anyway, her son Raymond has the last name Raymond. He died of drowning, sadly. I have a good friend who I met in Game B on his birthday, and he sadly died on January 17th from drowning also. And he died on January 17th, and Margot's son's article, I don't know why, but has his Boy Scout troop as 117. And I was like, that's the day Raymond died. They died the same way. Like, these signs and symbols are connected deeply. And it's not all love, light, puppies, and kittens. It's all of it intertwined. And I think there is something bigger guiding us. And I think this year, 2025, is the year of the Jubilee. It's literally the Jubilee year.
Fucking love you. Praise God. Sincerely. These stories we are living, they are divinely created. You can't imagine life like this. The God did, though. God dreamed us into life. We lost sight of our purpose, the ancestors and our family. I got off topic. We got confused. God dreamed us into life. We are here to create the lives of our dreams together, helping each other. This is perfect because this brings us back to that idea that I wanted to share with you, Jubilee. The idea of a social center in the community. Okay, and using technology, it could be easy be an app or something simple to administer and moderate. But every single one of us adults, we've got talents and things that we enjoy sharing, we enjoy doing, cleaning up, carpentry, whatever, fixing things. There's things we all have skills for that maybe we're not professionals, but we can find time to volunteer in order to help solve the problem of someone else who doesn't possess the knowledge. And then, just people in the community, they can offer their authentic willingness to serve, and people who have a need can say, hey, I'm struggling with this issue and let's solve this problem together. And then even people who don't do time, they can financially, under this current system even financially support so that it's truly done without cost or done without cost, but people get to know they're helping others doing things they enjoy.
I love it. I love that idea. Have you ever seen the TED Talk by a woman named Barbara Shear? It's called Isolation's the Dream Killer, Not Your Bad Attitude. Something along those lines. I'm going to find it and send it to you. It is phenomenal. And I think with even the number you have watching you here, there is something you could do on this panel, which is wish obstacle, which is people coming up and saying, you know, I wish for this and the obstacle to it is this. And she tells powerful, powerful stories of she'll have like 1,000 people in the audience and it'll be a physical in-person event. She's now passed away, sadly. And someone will stand up and say what they need, and there'll be someone in the audience who has that exact thing to give them, like beyond money, beyond any of that. And I've seen those things happen. The one time I asked, I was like, anyone know of a house in Vancouver? And there was a random person in the audience. I didn't get to like follow through on it, but they were like, yeah, I know people in Vancouver with houses that they aren't using. Like,
this
I need to say yes. I don't know.
Jubilee, this is what God has shown me. Mm-hmm. Life has shown me. It's simple. It's obvious. When people unite together, we can get along and miracles happen just through connections and opportunities. Absolutely. And Jubilee, I am with you. I claim it. 2025, brothers and sisters, 2025 is going to be greater than we imagined. And hey, we've got another guest. Welcome, brother. How are you, Snafu?
What's going on, Mr. Talcott? I got a message for Jubilee. The crew has decided that they did contact CPS because she's on here mentally being a fucktard, putting Margot's picture of the child. So, Jubilee, when you put yourself in a public platform, expect public shit to happen.
Snafu, do you?
So all women who are out there in the world in any way, shape,
or form. Oh, now you're going to use the woman card.
Yes, all of them. Well, they don't. You do it to men. They don't ask where men's children are. They don't say that, like, if you have anything where you're not with your kid 24/7, you should have MCFD, which is what it's called here, or CPS called on you. Snafu is a traumatized human being who likes to come up here and traumatize other human beings. And I really wish someone possibly called CPS for you when you were a child. Maybe you wouldn't be the human being you are today, but I don't agree with calling CPS. I think it is a violence, and I think we need other ways in society to keep families together while not leaving it up to the state. In my social worker's case, somebody who's completely corrupt and lied to the doctors to have me admitted against my will. They have the power. It's part of like, Snafu, you're such a fool. Like, because I'm a mother and Margot lied about me, you're all going to call CP. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jubilee, I love your compassion because you identify it. He's a wounded man. He's lashing out against innocent people. And what Snafu hasn't realized yet, he has clear evidence that he believes what liars say. People who have been proven to be liars, and Snafu's like right with them, believe in anything they say. That's the mind of confusion.
There are people out there, I don't want to give them names because they've been people up on your but like who are really good at lying, and people believe them. And she's lied about me now. She's lied about you. She's like, and they can't, like, she's obsessed with having, like, she's come up and said, right? What have I lied about? What have I lied about? I'm like, what haven't you lied about?
Hey, I'm sorry. That reminded me of a lesson I was considering.
Yeah.
The egoic, okay, the insecure and the arrogant, they will constantly be battling to prove they are right, right? An honest person is willing to find, where am I wrong? Right? And I've been learning a lot through people like our other friend Snafu.
Well, I love how you let her trash me. I'm just giving her heads up that when you're a public figure and you talk shit on people,
Snafu.
and especially
Hey, no,
saying that you are
snafu.
mentally not
Snafu.
taken care of safely.
Snafu. I'm sorry I didn't caution or remind you before I brought you back. Okay? Please. There's no reason to repeat yourself. It's there. You know, we heard you. You were heard.
All right. And for all
Okay?
you guys think that I don't do shit, and Jack, I relayed your message. I did relay your message.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Will you share? Do you
I mean,
mind
I
telling
don't
me with
know if
who?
it because there was really no reaction, but I relayed it.
Thank you. May I ask who you shared it with?
I'll tell you that privately, but I'll show you. I can show you the text.
No reason to show. I mean, I thank you. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I'll tell you that privately. I'll keep it private
Hey,
on that one.
brother, today, I don't know when you tuned in, Snafu, but when I
Listen,
started,
I want to. Both you motherfuckers think that I'm broken. No. This chick Jubilee has said some very, very weird shit online. Of
Snafu,
course, same as you,
I've
Jack.
said
But
weird shit,
known for you.
not child abuse shit,
right?
right?
No,
Not
you
my child's
absolutely
behavior
abuse.
shit.
If you have capabilities and saying I'm mentally disabled,
Ooh,
that is a
Say that.
concern
I
for a
said you're a
child in your
traumatized
care.
person.
It's a concern. You don't worry about it. CPS will take care of it.
Snafu, Snafu. No reason
Jack,
to. No
what
reason to.
subject today?
Oh, where I started earlier
I
today.
would like to warn Snafu, and this is like for
Don't
everyone.
warn me. Hey, Jack, tell her if
It's about to be the year of Jubilee. Do you know what the year of Jubilee is? It's a year for the children. Do not fucking come for the children. Not mine, not Jack's, not Margot's, not anyone's child. Leave the children alone, including your own poor, sad, inner traumatized child. You're
God,
gonna have shit fuck ton of karma. Sorry, that was a lot of swearing on your channel. You're going to have a very bad time in life if you're hurting children, if you're doing anything that isn't actually helping the coming generations, the one that's here now and the ones to come. Not pretending you're here for the children like some people who want to look like they're heroic but are actually hurting children. And a big piece of that is that everyone seems to like to weaponize CPS, like Margot did last night with like, I'm a mandated reporter, you better watch out. Again, I might sound crazy because I'm talking about signs and symbols and saying I'm the Jubilee. Nothing says I'm harming or abusing or neglecting my child. Online social media intelligence would really help in this matter to understand, right? You're not seeing a child being abused. No child's being shown. And CPS should not be weaponized because your ego was hurt.
Jubilee. God bless you. Peace.
Thank you, Jack.
Peace for you. God is going to reward you for these. God is going to reward those who are faithful through the challenging times. You've been challenged, sister. Separate a mother from her child. Oh my God. I can only imagine. Yes. So, Snafu, from what I heard your response, and I don't know if I'm going to bring you, you're welcome to hang out and maybe you'll come up again, but Snafu, you didn't hear Jubilee accurately the first time. She said you're carrying trauma. It's clear. You're wounded inside. Many alive today are, because our world hasn't known love correctly. I made mistakes with my son, right? I didn't offer a young child what he deserved. My attention, make him my priority, and had I done so, I wouldn't have been so fucking miserable. But I sold my time for a paycheck. I told myself I instead of my focus on my son, I turned my focus on my job and the workers. I was selfish. Jubilee, this 2025, it is. You're another one of my signs, my confirmations. What I heard from you is there's a connection between you, many other things, and Margot, right? Beyond just the interactions. God is so amazing.
Yeah, we're intertwined. That's what 2023 and what I went through, and 2024 and what I went through, and it didn't quite matter whether they were friends or enemies, now friends actually. They're intertwined. The signs and symbols. It isn't the good guys have signs and symbols and these people don't. We're all interconnected human beings, and we all have villain, hero, and victim in us, and we're playing out our own individual story. We are the main character of our own story, and we're watching Hollywood where the main character is the only one that matters. Other people can die and it doesn't matter. Other people can have, it's traumatizing events, and that's not the world we live in. Everyone's a main character. Everyone's secondary characters in each other's journey. And we're interconnected.
Everyone is sent here from God, and each of us is the center of focus from God. I was thinking these ideas that God dreamed us into being who we are, going through the challenges and the patterns of life so that we could become who we become. And truly, I used to spend a lot of time trying to figure things out. I'd stay up at night. We're trying to calculate and logic and reason some of the problems that I found. And holy cows, man, sometimes life just isn't fair. Sometimes life just doesn't make sense. One of my notes from today is I invite, stop trying to figure things out. Accept that you are lived and moved by spirit. Spirit moves us, not necessarily the knowledge or the thoughts we think. Those can confuse us. When we find ourselves trying to figure things out, pay attention to what you're doing, inside and out. Reveal yourself honestly through your day and through your challenges. And when you don't know something, humble yourself to that fact. When you hurt inside, when you feel, allow yourself to feel. But take charge of your life. All of us. We are here to create 2025 into the Jubilee. I am confident of that. And hey, we've got another guest. I feel safe with this.
Hi, Jack.
Welcome.
Yes.
Mona.
Okay, welcome. Thank you very much. Salute to you, Jubilee. Okay, it's nice to meet you. Okay, I'll listen to and then tell me when I can jump in.
You're welcome to join as you feel guided, please.
Okay. So, Jack Talcott, because my mother was a Christian. She is a Christian, and I no longer am religious. How would I get back into the fold?
Into the fold is, I'm not sure what that means.
Okay, so into the fold is back into the flock of Jesus Christ, or back into the sheeps or the lambs, or back, they call it the fold, like getting back into religion and studying religion. And she's a Seventh-day Adventist. I don't know, are you aware of that denomination? Right. Right, so she's Seventh-day Adventist, and it's like, I have no interest in getting back into her beliefs, but I try to understand her as a Seventh-day Adventist woman. How would you suggest someone get back into religion? Because I'm more like a Satanist than a religionist. Go ahead.
Miss Mona, thank you. Thank you for joining, and thank you for that question.
Okay, thank you.
I will get to to answer your question. The religions, mankind has divided itself over all sorts of reasons. Opinions of God is one of the greatest ones. It's been the longest one. But how to get back into the fold, and it sounds like that's kind of where you're at too, Miss Mona.
Yeah, I don't believe in God. I think that God does exist, but I'd rather worship I'd rather not worship anything because it's easier to do what I want, have sex with who I want, talk to who I want, not deal with the Heavenly Father. But as a Seventh Adventist, my mother, she hates my lifestyle. She doesn't judge it, but she knows that I'm going to probably go to hell. So how would you say I get back into God's good graces, knowing that I don't believe in Him and I'm very blasphemous?
Oh, that question. How do you get back into God's good graces?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mute you just because there's a little bit of feedback. You accept that you are. You don't need a religion to be with God. You don't need a religion to be a brother or sister of Christ. You are. If you don't deny that fact, that story of Jesus, it's you and me. We are. As he said for himself, right? The Father sent him to the world so that we could learn the truth and grace of our Father, the Father of creation, the one that allows the Mother Divine, Mother Earth, to sustain us safely in this atmosphere at the right distance from the star in the sky so that we can emerge forth into being. It's glorious. Miss Mona, I would offer that the best way to know God is to actively, intentionally seek to know God. Because this is where I found myself.
Okay, my apologies, but I grew up with God. I grew up in a religious home, and that's all I have ever known. But I was like, I don't believe God exists. And no, I believe God exists, but I don't believe in the whole Jesus Christ came to die for us, blah, blah, blah. And then I said to my mother, I'm going to go to hell. And she was crying the other day saying, no, please, daughter, you're not going to go to hell. I'm like, I am going to go to hell. I don't believe in your God. And she was really upset about that. And I'm trying to think to myself, why don't I believe what she believes when I was brought up in her religion?
My sister, holy cows. You are in the perfect place. You really are. Because I truly know our God through love. It was through my love, my practice of gratitude has allowed me to learn more about love. And love is God. So think about love. That was actually one of my notes. For encouragement, I wanted to share. Recognize your own inner state. Where are you at? How are you feeling? If you lack hope, find it. Find hope in something greater for your future. And I encourage you, have hope in hope. Have faith in faith. Have trust in trust. And I tell you, love.
Yeah. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but I've asked my mother, who made God? Like, where did God come from? Who created God? And her answer is always, we don't know. We'll know that answer on Judgment Day. And I then say to her, if you don't know who created God and you think God created God, who created God? And she can never answer that question. She says that God created Jesus, God created man, but who created God? God is an omnipotent being. I think that's what she said, who There is no reason or rhyme. He just is what he is. We don't have any questions or answers. We will have to wait until we die to get the answers. So I need to wait until I die to find out who made God. Does that make sense to you?
Maybe to find out who made God, but not who God is. So I grew up evangelical Christian. It
Yeah.
sounds like you're looking for a relationship with your mother more so than a relationship with God.
No, I don't want a relationship with my mother. I don't love her. She's of no consequence. She gave birth to me. She's the reason why I'm here, and I'm grateful to her for that. Thank you, mother. You gave birth to me. But apart from that, it's like, okay, you gave birth to me, but who created God? And what she says to me is this: God will tell us when we die and we raise again. We'll find out in heaven how he became who he is. Okay,
The good news
mother.
is if you're not looking to have a relationship with your mother, then you don't need to have a relationship with her.
Okay, so if I don't want to,
God is
if I don't
Bible.
need, okay, so remember, we don't need to have a relationship with any human beings as long as we have a personal relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. So I don't need to have a personal relationship with my mother. My mother could have been the most evil human. She could be Hitler. Doesn't matter as long as I got a personal relationship with God. Now, who created God?
Miss
That was my
Mona,
question,
Miss
sir. Yeah,
Mona,
go ahead. Yeah.
Miss Mona, God bless you. I encourage you to, at a future point, to come back and review a little bit of this.
Okay, sorry. What do you want me to review?
I want you to review the words that were said to make sure that.
No, don't worry. I always send her my links. I send her clips. I send her where I've been. I've told her how much I've tried to find answers. And she's like, oh, good for you, my daughter. Well done. You're trying to find God. No,
Miss
bitch.
Mona,
Sorry,
are
go
you,
ahead.
I was talking about you, and I assume
Yeah.
you're talking about your mother.
Okay, so you're talking about me finding what? Me reviewing your life. See
Here,
what?
Miss Mona, please. Let's
Okay,
pause.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
What I was offering to you is, please, at a later time, go back and review this live stream to better understand what was offered to you from Jubilee. I think she might have picked up on something I wasn't paying attention to with you and your mother. But nonetheless, if you're seeking a relationship with Jesus, as you say, what
Yes, I was.
difference does it make who created God?
Okay, so for example, I was brought to church without my say so. So I was born into the church. And then I said, one day I woke up and I said, Mom, I don't want to go to church anymore. And she said, why not? I said, because I don't believe in any of what you're saying or
Miss
any of
Mona,
what God said. Yeah, go
Miss
ahead.
Mona, I'm not feeling like you're trying to understand me. You are trying to get me to understand.
I'm trying to understand why is it that Christians believe in a God that they don't know and doesn't see. And also it's like people say, oh, but we don't have to see God, we just have to feel him. I'm trying
Okay.
to feel God. That's it.
Okay. Well, Miss Mona, it's up to you. You find that which you seek. If you seek unanswerable questions, you can continue to stay in your doubts. But you are brought here today and sincerely. Here, I'll pull it up so I don't have to retype it. But you're welcome to reach out to me any way you want. We can talk privately and discuss
Yeah.
ourselves. But
Yeah, okay, go ahead, sir.
I actually do what I heard you say was, why do people believe in a God they don't understand? I agree. That's been the problem of religion and government and economics, right? Those are the things that people love to argue about, break up families about, blame each other over. Politics, economics, and religion.
Yeah.
They're all from the world. They're all made up by man.
Right.
Hey, I've got other guests here in the back
Okay.
that have been waiting. So, welcome, Zach. How are you, brother?
Doing well, thank you. How are you, Jack?
Welcome, Zach.
Miss Mona, I actually came on because of what you just said. myself and my sister have struggled with our relationship with our mother our whole life. And,
Right.
what helped me finally get along with my mom is just having my own child. And what I realized is just because I heard you say, my mom gave birth to me, but that's true. But mother
She
also
did.
has to raise you. And I realized just how much work it is to raise an infant. I mean, it's like almost a 24-hour job. You can't even sleep. Um, so just I know a lot of us have mothers that are troubled people and they drive us nuts, but they still did. They had to go through a lot to bring us into the world and take care of us when we were in our infancy. I'd suggest anyone who has problems with their parents, life experience and perspective is everything. But just having my own child makes me feel bad for all the times I've been mean to my mom, and I have been, and in a way, it felt rightfully so because she can be a mean person too. But I just realized now it's like she did her best, and without her, I would not be here. And yeah, I'm just saying, if you ever have a child, I don't know how old you are. If you ever have a child, it might give you a new perspective on your own mother, and maybe like a second chance or a different feeling. So that's what I wanted to come on and say.
That testimony is much like mine, Zach. I I owe my mother much, and I haven't in my heart repaid her for what I owe her. Our parents did the best they could with what they knew. Their path was their path, and their mistakes, the pains we feel in life, the pains we go through, it's for a purpose. Just accept that. The purpose is to go through life and find out what it's like to live. Sometimes people hurt us. Sometimes people betray us. And guess what those are? Opportunities to forgive. Because that's the message. Forgiveness. That was the message from God for us to know. Forgiveness is the key. Tommy, welcome. Oops.
Fuck
Hey.
you. You better hope I find that chick, man. You think I came up here to talk to you? You know I didn't because you held me in the back waiting for that chick to leave before you brought me up here. And this is why I warn you not to say you're a Christian, because you just did the most anti-Christian discussion with that chick that.
Okay, Tommy. Tommy, I love you. I really love you.
I don't know what's wrong with that guy, but he's like the least Christian guy who comes on here. He's just nasty and judgmental. It's like I don't know how you judge anybody.
Well, Zach, here, real quick. Sorry. Snafu and Tommy, they've helped me grow in myself. They were both back there. But I wanted to bring up, because Jubilee mentioned she was hoping to have a conversation with you, Zach, about Gematria and the source of the signs.
Sure.
Yeah, I have lots of questions about the numbers because I got my own numbers, and when I hear yours, they bring up mine. But I was wondering that mainly. Where do you get them from?
Where did I get the numbers from?
Yeah, when you say there's like 93 weeks between this one and this one, where does that? Do you come up with that, or is that
Well,
from
if there's
someone else?
93 weeks between this one and this one, I guess it'd be because there was 93 weeks.
Right, but
He
someone
does
has
the
to
math.
look at that and calculate between them. I'm wondering, did you calculate between those, or did somebody else do that?
I think she's
I do
asking.
all my own calculations. It's not that hard.
There's probably tools available, I'm sure. I've seen tools.
Just type in date duration calculator.
Yeah.
Type in 2 dates and it'll tell you how many days, weeks, months, years apart it is.
You actually share quite a bit of that.
When did they come through? They're not from an outside different person.
No, I don't present other people's information.
Hey, Jubilee.
Yeah.
Zach's another one like us. We are on this path together. I came across Zach a few years ago, I think.
It was more than that.
Hello. I came across him a few years ago through Russian vids, quite a few years ago. I'm sure Zach knows who that is.
Yeah,
If you're
troll.
open to it, Zach, the main conversation I
loser.
wanted to have was just whether the numbers, because from what I understand, your hypothesis or your understanding of them is that there's somebody like orchestrating them. That's why they're doing these numbers in between two big events, is because someone's orchestrating them. And my numbers, and like there could be no one who's orchestrating them because they're so ridiculous that like that's not possible. No one made my great grandmother be born on October 7th and then you know what I mean? Like that's not what
Do
happens.
you think it's the universe, Jubilee?
I think it's God.
You think it's God? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's humans experience time linearly, and the signs and symbols are created after.
Here, I got to interject, though. This is why I had to get off yesterday, because you guys were giving me a headache with this. It's not God what happened with Jimmy Carter or the plane crashes. That's absolutely an absurd thought. Jimmy Carter's been on life support for a long time, and his expiration date could have been 2 years ago. He was put in hospice care 2 years ago. They kept him alive.
Zach.
Again, they wheeled him out to his wife's funeral. Listen, his wife died the day before Joe Biden's birthday. And then exactly 39 days after Joe Biden's birthday, number 39 dies. And I always
Are you saying
Sunday
God
night
isn't in
the 39
control?
game.
Or
For
what are
years
you
I've been
getting
showing how
at?
the NFL is
Steven.
rigged by the same group of Freemasons
Sorry.
that run your federal government. Again, it's just clockwork what they do. This is not God orchestrating this. It's secret societies, the same ones that etch on the temple all his number. 39 is not an arbitrary number.
Please,
Why are they doing it?
Please, Zach. It is God that allows you to find those numbers.
I'm just making the point. It's not God.
It is.
It's not
It is
God, though, that
God.
took Jimmy Carter's life.
It is
on
God
November
that
29th.
allows days to happen. It is God doing everything. Our opinions don't matter. What matters is what is true. And I tell you what, the words of Jesus are true. Accept those words. Love is the way. Love God. Find a way. It's
all
up to
God.
every one of us.
It's all God. God is everything, is what Jack is saying. So I think that's the nature of your conflict. And that's why you left angrily yesterday, Zach, because I think Jack was saying it's all God. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you reminded me. I mentioned earlier in the stream that I was up last night, anxious like a child, just excited for the future. And I stayed awake because I was so grateful for the comfort, for my safety, for the life I've lived. And here's what I realized. It's easy to love God when you accept you have everything you need. You always have. Our complaining, our whining, our fear, our anger, it's all because of shit we made up. Maybe it really happened, but maybe it's a dream. We don't know what we don't know. All I know is that by the grace of God, I found ways to have peace in my heart. And seriously, it's in my journal. By 10:30 this morning, I had already been moved to tears of joy and gratitude, love just moving me. I'm like, whoa, dude, again?
Really? You're in tears?
Tears of love, yes, often.
Okay.
So I don't know if Zach wants to answer the question I just asked, but I'm really curious as to if there's somebody orchestrating them, why are they orchestrating it? What is the reason for having these times between these events? Does it give them power? Like, what's the reasoning for somebody orchestrating
It's
them?
Kabbalah.
I'm just trying to figure out the
It's
signs.
Kabbalah. Look up the Book of Formation. It's very short to read. You can read it in easily a few hours, but all you have to read is the first paragraph. The opening paragraph of the book, again, the Book of Formation is the title. The opening paragraph says, God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. That's how the book begins. Kind of like how Genesis speaks the world into existence over numbered days. And again, Genesis 3:22 pays tribute to Kabbalah. Genesis 3:22
Then it would be God's plan.
Life and knowing good and evil. The tree of life is the physical model for Kabbalah, and there's 3 pillars and 22 paths in the tree of life. And by the way, in the New International Version and the King James Version, the Gematria, even though the wording is different in both verses, the wording for Genesis 3:22 even equates to 322 in both versions, despite different wording. The Bible's all full of this. And again, the original study of this is within the Hebrew alphabet within the Torah, but you look into English, it's very clear that the Catholic Church and the things connected to the Catholic Church, the tentacles of it, are behind the translations of the English Bibles as we know them. Again, the oldest English script goes back to the Catholic Church. They put a new system in motion in the 16th century. It's the Jesuits who've done all this. You look into the
If
Jesuits.
it's all
James
number, it's all
calendar.
God's plan. Then, if it's all coded, it's all God's plan. That you're basically confirming what Jack said.
I disagree.
Oh, you don't
I
wanna-
disagree. It's man
Zach.
mimicking God. It's man playing God to act like they are God. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. These people think they can take people's lives. This is an evil cabal that's flipped things upside down.
Zach,
What?
yes,
there is.
and guess what? God sent us to overcome it. We have
No, he
more than
didn't.
enough information. We have more than enough ability. We can transform this world. And here, real quick,
No, you can't.
Tom, earlier
Unless
today.
you're on that team.
Okay, Tom, you
This
don't
is
know
the
what.
god of this world is Lucifer. It's been given to him until
I
God
know.
fixes
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I know, Tom. I love you, brother. Tell you
Oh,
what.
no, listen. The last time you were on my stream, and Zach, I dare some of you people that say I'm so awful to Jack. Watch how I treat him when he comes over to my stream. I don't have to mod god him. I just let him stay.
Nobody
and look
cares
how
about
he
your
does me
stream.
over here. What?
Nobody cares about your streams.
Oh, thanks, Paul. But you used to go there all the time, didn't you? I was about to give you some compliments today too. I'll just still take your fucking kneecaps. Good job with the Hank thing. You called out that Hank, the Discordian extraordinaire, is suddenly Mr. Compliance over here. And I was also going to cover the time that Machine Lies was looking for when you said a thing and you went ahead and said it on the panel to save him the trouble. I don't even know where you were going with it on that day.
I don't even know
Jack,
what that
you're
one
a
is.
you're a
Tom.
fucking bastard.
Tom, please, golly geez, I love you, brother. Thank you for
You stink.
listen.
You fucking
Please,
suck, and you wonder how
please.
you scrapped two
Oh,
families and a baby mom.
Did you say he stinks? Is that what you
Would
said?
you
I'm
please?
trying to tone it down.
Would you allow
Teen.
me? Oh my God! Earlier in the
What is-
stream.
You take more time with your little interjection. Oh, golly geez. Gee willikers.
You've been a loving challenge for me. Here, real quick. I'm going to leave a teaser, okay? For those who haven't yet, do the subscribe thing and make sure the
Don't.
notification. Join me
'Cause
tomorrow.
that's all you're about, huh? And the numbers keep going down.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Join me tomorrow for some announcement of
It's the
great,
truth that's frustrating for you.
potentially great news being shared with me, through me, for us all, starting tomorrow. So make sure and
On New
watch.
Year's Day?
Tune back in again. Yep, New Year's Day.
Oh, wow. A big news announcement.
Things are changing. Welcome, Hank.
That's
Thank
the
you,
only
Jack.
constant.
Stevie
Hey.
Wonder's here.
Yes. So, a little time you may have branched off with Jack, but you're weak. You're disappointment. Please just do better. You took Jack with very
That's
little
kinda
respect
rude,
last
Hank.
time you were here. I mean, he was
Well,
on your
maybe-
show. Very little
maybe
respect
one
at all.
day- Maybe one day I'll have a heating element for my sex torso as well. But we can't all be happy.
If only you could got a job. If only you
Oh.
I
got a
don't
job
need
and
a
could
job.
afford it.
I don't
Okay,
need a
go
job.
grip out to someone else.
Hey, Jack,
not
I got to
ripping
give
off
you
me.
props. I got to give Jack props for telling Zach Hubbard exactly what it is. God is part of everything, Zach. So for you to try and discount God in your little number bullshit, that shows your narrative.
Oh, good. Snafu's here. Good, he's gone.
Well, who created the numbers, right?
Here,
I'm
snafu.
going to do a video after this on 322 specifically because 322 to me would be March 22nd.
Skull
or
and Bones is
time-wise.
322.
And the amount that number has come up in the 2023-2024, no one could have caballed it. No one gave my aunt that birthday and Joe Dispenza that birthday and wove
What?
them into 2023 influencer drama on TikTok.
You have the same birthday as Joe Dispenza?
Are you on
No, my
TikTok,
aunt
Jubilee?
does. I'm going to take what Zach did and clip it and
Truly
add
are
it
fucking
from the
insane.
spreadsheet. I think
Hey.
what Zach is talking about is probably accurate. There probably are people who
He
are
is.
trying to play the numbers. who
No,
are trying
he's
to
got a lot of legit.
things.
He
I
talks a
also
lot of
think
legit
Evil
stuff.
by numbers. Evil by
There's-
numbers.
there's a
Steven.
God planning this, and both things can be true. And I think more of them are God. And if you find conspiracy in the numbers that are there to bring us all together and lead us towards unity, and you think
To
it's
come together.
evil, or you think it's
Fred,
Come together.
Pound. come together.
There's
Would you
powerful.
please?
To quote my arch nemesis.
Thank you, Jubilee. I look forward to that. And yes, there is a divine force. And Snafu, the words you said to Zach are words you need to consider yourself in regards to you and me.
Oh, are we at a drive-in
Who's
theater?
commending
There's
you,
so
though?
much projection.
Wait, what do you mean? Because I just literally said Zach was denying God and you stood up for
No,
God.
right.
That has nothing to do with
What was
has
the
nothing to do with you and me.
explanation? You said God is in everything.
He is. Well, he's not
What if
in,
God
but he
was one
created
of us?
everything.
Yeah, not
Jack, you're
Tommy,
the one
not
that's
him.
God is everything. God is in everything, God. Listen, he said himself, he's given this world over to Lucifer. So yes, the Gematria thing,
Tommy,
the word for the hidden groups of bad people, that happens. He allows it. That's why you're not going to end the things. He'll end the things, Jack.
Tommy, are you
And why
saying
that
this
chick
world is
thought
the
you were
devil's
a
domain?
Christian to come up here and ask.
Tommy,
Your mic cut out, Tommy.
I hope he can hear.
Tommy, are you out there?
Homeless
Steve-
people problems.
Steven, God, you guys are so unaware.
I'm just trying to be
Unaware.
helpful, Jack. I'm
Demon
sorry.
in him.
I know.
Jack, don't get
I know
eyebrows
you are.
furrowed.
How am I unaware, Jack? All I do is run circles around you. I'd say
Tommy?
you're the unaware, Jack. And I think if Zach thinks he's going to
Tom.
align with you, I think he's kind of unaware on that front. But good on the
Tom, I mean-
Gematria, Zach. I agree.
Yeah.
Let
Look
me
at Zach's
answer
goofy
something
ass.
about Jubilee said real quick about March 22nd. March 22nd is important for a lot of reasons, but the Georgia Guidestones, which I brought up yesterday, they were erected on March 22nd, 322, 1980, when
I
Jimmy
knew
Carter was
before they even
president.
went down, you dumb fuck. You have no clue what you're talking about. We know what happened with the Georgia guy.
Okay,
Sorry
the
for the
Georgia
interruption.
Guidestones came down on July 6th, 2022, which was George W. Bush's 76th birthday, who was a member of Skull and Bones. And Gematria, Skull and Bones equals 76. They went up while Jimmy Carter was the governor, or excuse me, the president, who won the election in 76 and who was also the 76th governor of Georgia. Again, these secret societies are very much into the numbers because they're based in Kabbalah, and they use the numbers again in the Kabbalistic sense of how God
Kabbalah is
would
Jewish mysticism.
manifest
You
the
were-
numbers.
July 6th is also the day Margot's son drowned. The Kabbalah didn't do that.
Well, I'm not saying that.
But I'm saying everything is intertwined. That you just brought up July 6th and March 22nd, and yesterday they didn't. Anyway, you just said July 6th, and I
Well, that's
came
the
up
day they came
yesterday
down.
to talk to you, had the interaction with Margot. Yeah,
How do
it's a-
you have the death of Margot's son memorized?
It's a number that stuck. She said it yesterday. She actually said it was the 7th, but it's not. It's the 6th. She mistyped.
Here. We have a lot to celebrate because we've been learning what we have. And truly, it doesn't matter what we believe. I'm encouraging and inviting everyone to accept that God is with you. Go within yourself, in your mind and in your heart to feel love. Spend time each day, prayerfully, often, thankfully, as often as you can. And if you've got it, you know what? For anyone listening, not just whether the idea it comes together or not, what I hope to offer to the local mayor. I encourage every one of you, if you've got a talent and a gift, something you enjoy doing that maybe others don't know how to do, carpentry, plumbing, whatever, artistic stuff. If you've got a talent, reach out and offer it to someone, to an organization that's helping others. Do something to help someone. You'll feel greater. And I am so excited for 2025. I've seen you guys don't know what I know yet, and I hope to announce more tomorrow.
Can I ask
You're
a question?
teasing us, Jack, with
Jack,
that.
with everyone on the panel? I have a question because I'm seeing the I don't know, the look on Zach's face after, and I'm sorry that I brought up July 6th. It's just brought it up, and it's how do we bring these things up, and how do we like actually seek truth without destroying people and their faith and their like? I think these are signs and symbols from God. I don't need them to be from the Kabbalah. I don't need them. In fact, I think that is a diminishing of them. I don't think anyone could plan this many. They're intertwined in everything. But I don't know what I'm asking.
I'm not here to destroy people. I'll just
Sorry?
put that out there. I'm not here to destroy people or their faith, no matter what. If they want to
Either.
believe in Kabbalah, Gematria, if they're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, whatever. I'm accepting.
You're Canadian.
I'm accepting.
I hope that's honest, because we should be accepting of people,
Of course, it's honest.
realizing that every day is an opportunity for us to move forward. The things came up regarding relationships earlier. The past is done. What is right is unity, loyalty. Love is loyal. That's what's missing in America. Loyalty and integrity are lacking in the administration of the politics and economics, the corporate systems, the organizations. It's time for us to restore those things. That's why God sent us to this world, and I'm so friggin' excited.
Happy Talcott Tuesday, everyone. It's good to be here.
You mentioned you can accept. That is the key. The key to forgiveness is accepting the fact you can forgive. The key to forgetting is to accept the fact you can forget. The key to success is accepting the fact you can succeed. You can do whatever you want. You have the power of God with you, for you, revealing the universe and the path. If you don't pay attention to the present, you're not learning.
Are you implying gods are our personal genius or something? I'm not sure. Literally everything's possible just because we have a god.
I've accepted the fact that the only thing that is God. I am because God is. And if I am because God is, well, then maybe I should try to understand God. And as I sought to understand God, there is value in what the religions have offered. There is truth in the scripture to be learned. The main thing, though, here, consider this. I defined a blessing myself. It makes sense to me. A blessing is learning something that helps your life improve. Seek to improve your life. You'll learn blessings. You'll find blessings all around you when you start looking. My eyes have been opened.
Daily blessings. Yes, I'm starting to understand what you're saying, I think.
It's coming together.
Everything
is coming together. Oh, Stephen, I love you, my friend. And praise God. God reveals everything perfectly. If you can trust in that, you'll see it. Stephen, what did you say again? I'm sorry. Can you remind me?
Daily blessings. And I'm starting to see that there's blessings around us every day.
You're trying.
I'm trying. Yes, trying to see.
Okay. Here's something to pay it. I've learned for myself. Pay attention to within you. People choose to try, accept failure. Yes, to do something means you've got to try, but choose to do, even if you do it poorly. Even if you understand poorly, you can understand. If you accept that you can, it will come together. I trust that's the way.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, I gotta go, but can I share just one more little thing? So,
Please.
because King Stephen's here, I of course thought of the author Stephen King, and as I feel called, looked up Stephen King's birthday, which I don't know off by heart. It is September 22nd. There is nearly nothing on that spreadsheet except for that was the day I came up here, and Margot and I stopped being started our beef because she said that people in mental hospitals shouldn't be around children. September 22nd, Stephen King's birthday. Just looked it up. All
Did
right.
you find that thing that she was talking about to take down?
It doesn't exist.
I found it. It was on the thumbnail.
You're right, which we came up with while we were live, and she would remember if it was a thumbnail, right? It's not his grave. It's a monument that is not his grave. She lied. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you for hanging out. Zach, I'm sorry if I was trying to give you hope and whatever, not take
You're
some
fine.
away. And
Here's something I'd like to offer everybody before you leave, though. I would encourage everybody to look more into deism. I think that is the spiritual truth. Deism.
John D.
No, deism is that there is a creator who created this place that we call home, Earth. It created the ability for us to procreate, created everything about this place, but does not intervene in his creation or her creation or its creation. I think that's what's going on. I think way too many people waiting for God to come save them. Too many fairy tales.
Sorry to interrupt. Who creates the results?
What do you mean?
Who determines the results if that's the idea that God isn't involved? Because we don't control the results of our lives. We don't control what others do.
I disagree
We
with
don't
that.
control
I
anything.
disagree with that.
Okay.
I mean, listen, one person's a deadbeat, they're a deadbeat. Another person's motivated, a self-starter, works hard, they accomplish things. The reason
through God,
humanity
right?
is losing right now is because it's mostly a bunch of loser deadbeats.
Zach, I don't deny that, but when a motivated person chooses to do something, we don't control the outcome. We don't
We
control
give
the
ourselves more
result.
potential control of the outcome. I agree there's other factors.
My point, though, Zach, is God reveals the results. God is with us. The universe is created for us. That is true. But we don't have it's a paradox. It's a game of life, divinely created for us to explore and learn about. But mankind, the world we were born into, everyone was hurt and confused.
I'm with Zach on
what
this
you're
one.
saying. The phrase prayer without works is dead explains it all. If you pray for something to happen and put no effort into it, it's probably not going to happen. You pray and you work, the combination increases the chances a lot.
Yes.
So again, that's not all God.
It's all one universe, and the universe is created with laws and rules. It's a perfect design because the law of the universe is unified. It's one. It's love. The law of the universe is love. Love is a wholeness. It's united. The way these laws work with us to keep balance in this world, we receive what we give. It's a perfect design.
I think that's what Zach was saying just a minute ago, right? You receive what you give to an extent.
Yes,
Right.
but I was trying to.
I have to step away for a second, but I'm listening in the background. I'll be back.
Thank you, Zach.
What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Have you heard that song? Hello, Quantum Epic. Are you here to see me?
Hello, Stephen. Yeah, I'm here to see you. Exactly.
Oh,
and
thank
Flo. Flo, too.
Oh.
Hi.
Good to
and
see you,
Jack.
too.
Well, Jack is the main one. Yeah.
Ladies love my crown.
Hi, Jack.
Welcome, Colin. Blessings to you. I've got
Blessings. Happy New Year.
you as well.
I know.
Happy Titty Cut Tuesday.
One more thing, but then Flo State had mentioned. So as I had said, right, if we found that whatever she was claiming was the thing, I would change it. I've made a new thumbnail and replaced the thumbnail that was a monument that had nothing to do with her son. It just happens to be in the same graveyard.
Yeah, it is. It has something to do
How
with
am I
her son.
supposed to know that? I didn't dox her son. I didn't
How
go
are you supposed to
Yeah,
know
but
that
I'm
that's her
Yeah.
son's graveyard?
And anyway, she lied.
Would you
Said
be
I
down to
doxed
fuck
him and
Zach?
asked for people to deface his grave. We've now found the thumbnail, which it wasn't claimed was a thumbnail. That would have been really easy to change, and it's now changed.
You're playing dumb. You know exactly what you're talking about. Would you be down to fuck Zach if he wanted to?
Hey, your false
I
accusation.
literally just changed the thumbnail. What do you mean?
Right.
She
Flow
didn't
state.
say it was a thumbnail. She said it was somewhere in my video, and I was asking for it to be defaced. How could I ask for it to be defaced in a thumbnail?
Yeah, and Jack Talcott, we have been over this with Mark before. She deceived us before when we tried to get that talk to her at Starbucks. So this isn't a surprise. We have a history with this.
Hank, I love that. Flow state. What I just witnessed was you didn't pay attention to what Jubilee said, and then you falsely accused her again.
I didn't accuse her of anything. I asked her a question.
Oh, okay. And so what I've also seen, Flow state, you have chosen to believe in lies.
Which
just
ones?
like Snafu believes liars.
Many.
You believe liars, Flow state, and that's
very unspecific.
Okay. You can figure out what I'm saying, though. You can understand.
Chuck, that's specific enough. You should know.
If you have a problem that you want me to address, you can bring it up specifically. But to just throw out a broad, that's nonsense. That's bullshit.
He's a fan of Chuck.
If you're not going to tell me what the issue is, I'm not going to pay any attention to it. I'm certainly not looking for it.
I know.
Yeah, pretty much most things that Chuck, his rumors about Jack were just false. Is that specific enough for you?
Here,
I wasn't talking to you. No, you don't know what his issues are.
Here, tell you what. When you're ready to discuss them, we'll discuss them. Here, I'll take you off the problem. Welcome, Tommy.
What I was trying to tell Jubilee is I'm tired of this trend in the panelverse of someone might be wrong or mistaken, and they're like, "You're lying. You're a fucking liar." Like maybe they were just wrong.
Yes.
And Jack,
could be
the idea that you accuse people of believing liars, you believe liars, and you are a fucking liar.
So you say.
I'll prove it. Because here's the thing: me and Hand Banana aren't being unclassy if our videos we make about you are true. If they just show what you are. Hand Banana hasn't done anything wrong with the video he showed to you. It's just like a restream, pretty much.
Jack, did you see the Talcott video Tommy made? That was incredible. I mean, that was
hilarious, man.
That was hilarious.
I love
that's just parlor trick crap. My best work is when I expose these people for who they are, like Jack and his daddy.
Say, Tom.
It's sitting there, faggot. You act like you watch it. I doubt you can get through the whole thing because it spells out all your bullshit.
Tommy, I have a question for you while you're here. Do you think that Flow State and Jack are actual faggots when you call them faggots? Or
no, I just say it because it's in hetero world, it's a derogatory term. Even faggots say faggot.
Because I think Flow State is an actual faggot. I don't just use that.
I just want to know what the hell I did. I wasn't even here and I heard my name.
Chuck's here.
Chuck, you was just joking in the chat.
Chuck's here.
Chuck in
Oh
Tennessee.
boy, here's trouble.
Chuck in
I was on another
this
channel and I heard my name come up.
Heard my name come up.
Like rock pain, Steven.
Like Mystic is on this tear saying that he funds all this stuff. Like, no, Chuck just throws donos at every channel that operates. I appreciate that. He gets it. He gets what this culture is, unlike some of the hosts even.
He can't buy me with donos. He was on my channel the other night.
No, he's not buying anybody. He was blocked and muted from my channel when he was throwing me donos.
Yes,
well,
sir.
not blocked, but muted.
Hey, just for a moment. The topic today, celebrate. Let's find. I'd really.
Good Lord.
I'd really like to know, Tom.
Celebrate the day you got to move out of that house.
Tom, what can we celebrate with you? What
the day you got to move out of that house?
No, today. What can we
you got to get a job?
You? See, what if you don't get what you want? Can you celebrate anyway?
I always get what I need.
Right.
And a man who wants nothing is invincible.
Tommy, thank you. You're right. You always get what you need. And back to previous.
How about the drinks?
Why do you want to
They're
be
in that bag? Oh boy. All right, hold on. Let me put this window down.
Better show. That's the best part of the show so far. Is
Way
Chuck
to go,
moving
Chuck.
groceries.
Why do you want to be insulting, Tommy?
Because you insult me.
What if that's not accurate? What if it's
Jack,
not true?
I'm so sick of that. What if you're wrong? Dude, it's what you do all day, every day. And my question for even my enemies is you'll have a 9-people panel up here of people I know are smart enough. I don't know why people just let you go with your broad stroke, redundant looping bullshit.
Tom,
because you're an easy target, Tommy.
Oh,
you
says
place
the guy
yourself
that can't
out there.
win.
Yes.
That wasn't even a reply that was relevant to what I said.
So let me explain.
You're on the bottle like, no,
Rotten
you don't need
Satanist.
to explain, Hank, because nobody's talking to you.
Yeah, I'm one of
Rotten
your enemies.
Satanist.
He literally just asked me. So let me explain.
Hank,
Hank.
you're nobody, Hank. You're no longer
Mike.
acknowledged.
Okay, I'm gonna explain anyways. So Jack is so pure and kind that he attracts
Is that
all
what
of
you
you
think?
evil people to him, so I can watch you better. That's why I let him go. Yes.
Oh, now we know you're fake because we've watched you go at Jack for his not pure, not kind things, and the fact that you think he's pure and kind shows how autistically social unaware you are.
Hank is
Jack's fucking asshole.
I want to ask an honest question for you to consider, Tom. Try to
Just ask the
imagine
question.
how much time would you save if you weren't spending time trying to be right?
No, that's a stupid statement because you think you're right. There's nothing wrong with being correct. Like all these years you've been like, oh, they just want to be right. Who doesn't?
But you didn't answer my
That's why I
question.
look for the correct information rather than going off of my broad stroke feels about getting my family back and keeping my house.
Tom, genuinely, so does that mean you will not answer
You're
my
not genuine.
question?
You're not genuine.
You will not answer my question?
I answered your question pointing out that it's one of your looping deflections. To say, why do you want to be right is like saying, why do you want to pass college? What are you? That's you. I passed college.
No, I forgot what you said before the college thing.
Yeah. So now I'll clip that with the time. It's important to hear the words of others. It's important to know your own words so you can know when you're wrong. Oh, I got a good piece coming for you, Jack. I got another big hitter coming for you.
Look how you are always trying to prove other people wrong. What is wrong with you?
It's to show other
Jack.
people it's to show people correctness by showing what is wrong. I was trying to come up and talk to that girl, answer all her questions that you couldn't answer without new age bullshit.
Access, please.
If I can, Jack.
Oh yeah, let the Satan worshiper take over. He ain't. And remember, Jack, we both agree.
Go ahead.
Satanic
I'm
psycho.
worse than that. I am so far worse than just a Satanist.
Yeah, you're also a drong.
You underestimate me.
Your daughter's in a shitty band.
You way underestimate me.
I don't estimate you at all. You're done. I don't know why you keep lurking around with your neg tones and your boomer nothingness. Rat blood, that always catches on. And rat blood, yeah.
Do you feel better?
He's a joke.
Do you feel like you've accomplished something with a feeble thought?
Projection. You're the one chasing me, faggot.
I was talking to Jack, not you.
Can you get this square off of me?
And I don't
Well, then how
follow
about
you,
being
Tommy.
specific? Why don't you say, Jack, do you feel better?
Why don't you go in the fucking back so I can talk to Jack without your mouth involved?
Good idea. I agree.
Interloper, intruder, overlapper. Jesus. The one's insatiable need to keep themselves as being in a state of right is also that which gives way to the lie.
Who are you talking to?
He's out of his mind, Jack.
I honestly, I
I'm
tuned
not
you guys.
saying you, Jack. I'm saying in general, when somebody has the insatiable need to be right, then that segues into the potential for them to lie, to presume them or project themselves to be right. And there's
It's
several on panel here for that.
hey, thank you.
Not me.
Signs of
Not
insecurity.
me.
It's within
Not
us
me.
all. We are either honest
It
and
absolutely is. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
just
So,
Jeff. Go
me.
ahead.
Jack, I have a question for Jack. So, my question is, Jack, do you find it cute that Officer Snaps and Lumatomi has that parasite off of your show when they could just do their own show instead of come here and complain about your show? Do you find it cute?
Cute.
hey,
Yes.
I now find people cute. I was actually thank you. I was just thinking about that recently. That's something I observed. I observed some current addicts when I was in a peaceful state of mind. And
What's
in
that
my
mean?
home, I watched these human beings running around like little fucking mice, like rodents. And at the time, yeah, seriously, they nestled into a corner and they started defending the area and claiming it.
My God, if you ever get power, we're
Whoa.
in trouble.
How
Humans are
derogatory.
fucked if you ever get control of shit.
Oh my God. They're fellow human beings and they're
Exterminate the
rodents.
vermin.
Rodents,
Rodents
like rat
and
blood.
rats. Eee.
Rat blood is right there.
You sobered up, you became greater than them. Oh Lord have mercy.
Chuck, your narratives are fucking hilarious.
And that was the end of Chuck.
Jack, I want to
Um,
thank you for something.
here,
Thank
you
you
had
for
your final
placing me
right
by
there,
the
dude.
ladies. I like my new
Yeah.
spot.
I know. Hey, things
I
work
do.
out. Things work out. What I was getting at is humans are actually pretty friggin' cute. Humans they're so cuddly,
Not
they're
rat
so
blood. I've seen them.
creative, they're so fun to be around when they're not afraid. When humans are afraid,
Sometimes.
they're little lion bitches.
And they get
Lash
stuck
out
in
at
the sticky trap, and then you can torture them to death.
Jack, did you see that picture Rat Blood posted of himself? His arm is rotting like it won't heal. It's really nasty. I mean, it's not cute. It's gross. It's just ugh. You know what I'm saying? Ugh, ugh. On his community page, he posted a picture. His upper arm is rotting flesh. I mean, it's
Sexy.
disgusting.
Sexy.
It's not cute. Not cute at all. It's demonic.
Hey, I put Tommy on the spot, but I want to invite anyone.
I like Tommy. I like
Jubilee
Tommy.
Jubilee mentioned she certainly has plenty of reasons to celebrate today, large or small. Anyone else have something to celebrate? Some good news? Something happened in your life?
Yes, Titty
I
Cut
picked up some
Tuesday.
cheesecake. Cheesecake.
Oh wow,
There we go.
cheesecake.
Yeah, from the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah.
I just bought a new building in Vancouver. So
Yeah,
You got
I
a
know.
tent?
what did
Maybe
you
you
say?
could buy Tommy a tent next.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No? Okay. You might help your brother
No.
out. I gotcha.
My brother, he's not black like you, Hank. What brother?
Your
That's
brother.
Negro talk. What are you talking about?
Your fellow zebra.
Huh? I'm not a zebra. I'm
That's
independent.
Tommy.
I'm a king. You're confused, Hank. You have the vision of Stevie Wonder. You look like Stevie Wonder. The glasses on. Hank, you're blind.
See, this is the issue with Hank being the evilest supervillain in the Panelverse, like he aspires to be, is that
He's
when
too
he comes
dumb to
under
be
direct
that.
attack, he freezes. He goes catatonic.
Yeah. He's
You
not
call that an
quick-witted.
attack flow state?
He doesn't.
Come
He's not
on. He can do
quick-witted.
better than that.
He's not quick-witted.
And then you'll
He
just
doesn't have
freeze
any
up again.
comebacks. Yeah. He's the
It's not
Stevie
even worth
Wonder.
dodging. This is garbage.
Hank, you're blind.
Did
Just admit it.
you mute me, Jack?
Negative.
No,
He
we
didn't
can
mute
hear
you.
you. We wish he muted you. We would be better off if you were muted. That voice is terrible.
I was muted because I was
Maybe.
filling ice bottle with ice. I apologize.
Hello,
Well, we
Margaret.
Anyhow,
appreciate you saying
Jack.
that. A lot of
Hi,
people
everyone.
would just put their phone in the ice
Hi,
machine.
Margot. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Do you get along with Quantum Epic?
Do I?
I'm not very familiar. Yeah, Margot, do you get along with QE?
Absolutely.
I don't say much, so yeah, I would say we do.
Jack, I do have a question for you. I have some clarification needed.
Please.
The other day, I know you tried to get full custody of your son, correct?
Yeah, years
And
ago.
you did that because you felt his mother had mental issues, correct?
Correct.
Oh, did you report his mom or your son's mom to CPS?
No, let her share her point.
Okay. Just curious.
No, I just, obviously, if a child is in danger, as you felt Dominic might be because his mom had some mental issues, you would try to protect him.
Correct.
As a loving father. So
Absolutely.
That's all.
I see what you just did there.
No,
What
you
did she
don't.
do?
People see different things.
She sent me a titty picture. I'm sorry. I was talking about something else. You guys can't see it.
Oh.
What the fuck, dude?
Here.
I have great tips.
I don't believe you.
Oh no, I do. I really
I
do.
believe that. I believe you. I just don't believe you sent that picture to Flo. Did you? I don't believe it.
I believe it.
I will confirm that I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Jeez, oh Pete.
QE has
Flo
never
is a
sent me
happy
any.
man.
I have a thing for Flo.
I've never sent any. So.
I've never seen
Flo's okay
QE's
with it,
titties.
because I respect her.
This is Titty Cut
Yeah,
Tuesday.
they're swingers. They're swingers, so it's all good. I mean,
You've got some
but
swingers.
I wouldn't send them. Jack's like,
I
forget you
apologize,
guys.
Jack. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
I won't talk about my double.
From mental illness to titties.
Well, I just wanted to share an observation that came quite clear to me. There's been a lot of confusion about Jack online, and it's because questions are asked, and then everybody jumps in. People don't really seem to pay attention to what's happening in the present. And because my questions have not been answered, people have been running off rumors and all sorts of crazy shit. But brothers and sisters, tune in again tomorrow. Tune in again tomorrow. Margot, there's a
Zach
story.
is still here.
Yeah. There's a story behind that, Margot.
But Jack, you've said a lot of rumors about me or said about my reputation. So sometimes yours is on the table as well then with your past if you've mentioned my reputation. Did you really report your wife for mental illness?
No.
He didn't report her.
You brought it up in court, or what was the mental illness part? Did you try to get custody of your son through your what?
Yes.
Because of oh, okay. So you didn't call on her. You didn't report her.
No.
What mental illness does she have?
It was undiagnosed behavior that she refused to seek treatment for.
What was the behavior? Was it violence?
We were going to the emergency room several times a month because she was suffering from panic disorders. And this was after a late or a midterm pregnancy miscarriage. So she dealt with postpartum depression, and then her mental state started deteriorating and I didn't know. I didn't know what to do.
If I remember correctly, she was seeing delusions, correct? That was your biggest concern?
She would imagine things that weren't, made no sense. We bought this beautiful home, brand new construction. She was worried about the the building, the floor is falling in. I'm like, you know what? Here, I don't need to go into her details. There were signs and symptoms that can cause me concern. Add to that, before our son was 3, she moved on to a different relationship. And so I was seeing signs that that's not healthy. And plus, I got a good job. I've got everything I need to take care of him. I can be a father. I wanted to be a father my whole life. I didn't care about the wife as much. And that was my problem, maybe.
Thank
You
you for
didn't care
clarifying,
about
Jack.
the wife. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thanks for the clarification, Jack. That makes a lot more. I didn't know that you saw signs before the divorce, because that makes a difference. The context, it's different hearing that than a man that might say, "Hey, she's mental," while getting a divorce, than if there was signs during the marriage before the divorce. Did your wife think you were Jesus at any point?
God, no, dude. I was not who I am. I was a confused, seriously, I was a confused young man. I was the product of the American way. We met when I was still in the military. So that should be an indicator of my education and state of mind.
Did you
Things
meet
have
her
changed.
overseas or did you meet her in the States?
She actually, I met her in the U.S. She had a previous marriage before me and married a dependent of a military guy and moved to the U.S. with him. And then we met after a while, after they were, well,
So you swooped in and stole your homie's wife?
I didn't know him,
No.
but admittedly, that is one of my guilts, is they were still married at the time that I started seeing her.
Mm. Mhm.
Karma's a bitch. I got to
That makes it
experience
more,
that.
but doesn't that make it more fun?
I thought it did. Dude, when I was young going to the bars, I used to I shouldn't, you know what? Some things are better left. No, there's a time and a place for those
Jack,
stories.
you've shared
Not yet.
basically everything about your life, including shit you definitely shouldn't have.
Why hold back? Why
You
hold
might,
back now?
yeah, you might as well just let this out.
You've
He
done
was
back
good
Amen.
looking.
videos, dude.
He had a great personality. He was attractive.
Did she have a great ass and great titties when you first met her? A good body.
Dude, she was
You got any
very
pictures of
pretty.
those titties still?
She's very pretty.
All right, I'll stop it.
She was very beautiful.
Yeah,
And
don't
Was she
get
legal?
disgusting, Flo.
Was she legal, or was she illegal?
she got her citizenship while we were together, but I believe it was before we got married.
Oh, okay.
But life is funny. What I was thinking about my military days, dude, I was such golly geez. I knew that many married women were not happy, and I was happy to help them be happy. And,
Jack, you
Whoa,
dirty dog.
whoa.
You dirty dog. Was she crazy kinky when you met her? Like, did you know how crazy women sometimes are crazy in bed? You know that whole thing
Good
about
Lord,
crazy
Steven.
bitch?
What does
What?
that matter? What does
It's
that
a valid
matter?
question, Chuck.
Rude,
Get it with
valid
a
question.
cousin.
I'll allow it.
That's actually not appropriate. That's my son's mother, and I've
Okay.
probably shared
I'll
more
just
than. But
I'll
here,
just assume.
here is something I've been deliberating with. How much? When are you too honest?
Never.
Well, that's what I believe. And there's consequences to honesty. The things I talk about with my family and stuff, like Flow State said, by posting information like that, potentially brings them into the spotlight. I have to accept the life I'm living. If I'm going to end up at DC with my family or not, people are going to end up reaching out to my family.
I feel like
secrets,
that was
right?
a massive
gotta end the
breakthrough you just made, and it almost missed us all.
We've got
Praise
to end the
God.
secrets. We got to end the secrets. So
2025.
God.
This is the year.
All right. More in
Jesus-
reality. I like it.
Jesus
I'm just
here.
gonna. Sorry. go
Here,
ahead.
thank you. Real quick. Jesus was here long ago to reveal the grace and truth of God's love for us to know. We are living this life. I think we are here to expose the lies, to interrupt the patterns of the past. Individually, collectively, we're here to bring healing to the earth. Forgiveness, salvation. We are on that path. God is revealing the future through us.
Jack, I heard
Mhm.
it's snowing there. Are you going to go sledding?
I did see some snowflakes, but no, probably
Snowing
not.
here. It's snowing in Michigan.
You
Jack
talking about everybody
Frost.
else on panel?
Wait a minute. He's in Washington. There's plenty of snowflakes up there.
Washington.
It's been a mild winter so far.
So I have some Bible verses about secrets. So Proverbs 11:13 says,
Okay.
"A gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence."
Mhm.
Proverbs 25:9 says, "When arguing with your neighbor, don't betray another person's secret." Proverbs 12:23 says, "The prudent keep their knowledge to themselves, and a fool's heart blurts out folly." And Proverbs 18:6-7 says, "A fool's lips walk into a fight, and his mouth invites a beating. A fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to his soul."
That was pretty gangster.
Holy cows, that is me. Every fight I got into because my damn lips. I couldn't shut my mouth.
That reminds me of Gladiator.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That's why in the service they used to say loose lips sink ship.
Hmm.
You got to keep things secret, otherwise you cause more devastation.
Yeah,
Not all things, some things.
That's
That's
rich coming
what-
from
Good
Chuck.
one, Chuck. Good one.
That's what
I'm still thinking
enables.
about Jack's ex-wife. I'm sorry.
Steven, when in doubt, whip it out.
Oh boy.
Where are your hands
Oh,
at,
boy.
Steven?
Welcome, Machine Lights. How you doing, brother?
Blessings.
I
Hey.
wonder if she likes puppets.
Everybody does.
Literally nobody likes puppets except for weirdos.
Everybody does.
Hey, TML.
Hey, Muhammad, how's it going?
Hey,
Hey.
hey, what's up, Quantum?
Sup.
Awkward silence.
Just
Isn't
hanging
that
out.
good?
She likes you.
It's not very
Right.
often you get a lot of like a silence here on this panel.
She
Right.
likes you, Muhammad.
Zach has been awfully quiet. It's kind of creeping me out.
I like everyone.
I was trying to continue with a previous conversation, and then Stephen railed it back, distracting from the topic.
He
to
railed it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. Did I
Other
take it
again.
in the wrong direction?
That was probably me as well. I
sure.
apologize.
What was before that? Before you derailed it?
Your wife?
I believe, yes, I think I was asking about your wife's mental illness.
I thought we moved on past that.
And her body as well.
Oh, hey,
Secrets. Hank got onto secrets.
Secrets.
no, I had asked, how do you know how much truth should be shared, right? When do you know when to shut up? But that's what it was.
Yeah, you said you couldn't shut up and you got in fights.
Chuck brought up the random loose lips sink ships. Not really related to what I said, but
Chuck sidetracked it, not me.
in defense of the military. Yes, Chuck, exactly. They tell their soldiers that so they don't return back to their neighbors and tell them what the fuck they did. Exactly, Chuck. Loose lips, not speaking the truth, will end up oppressing and genociding people. It's time for men
Wait,
and
did you
women.
loose lips not talking
Wake
enough?
up, Chuck. Wake up.
When I was in, I don't remember we genocided anybody when I
Oh,
served.
Chuck, come on. This is about honesty.
I know if they
Admit
did,
to
it's
your
unbeknownst to me.
admit to your
Okay.
crimes.
Instead of finding disagreement, how about you accept that during your voluntary or recruited service, innocent people died as a result of the actions in the organization we volunteered to join?
100%.
That's true.
Maybe it wasn't genocide, but there were certainly human lives cost by us choosing to go along for a paycheck.
King
It's
Stephen,
just part of the
I am
surplus population.
interested in your information about the Holocaust and how many people lost their lives then.
I
We can
may
talk
make
about
a
it later.
I might make a video on Odyssey and share my sources for that. But yeah, I've studied that over the years. Chuck, I think you're in denial. I think that's what aggravates Jack. You're in denial about what you did in the military and what the military as a whole does, even if you didn't witness these things occur. And I think you're in denial, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck.
We've got to accept responsibility for the things that we're a part of, and we are a part of this entire world.
I'm not responsible for the entire world. Fuck that shit.
Why not?
I don't think that makes Chuck a bad person. I mean, I don't think that makes you a bad person.
No, I'm not
I'm
saying
not
it.
calling Chuck bad. He's in denial, though. He's not facing what the military does as a machine as a whole. I think Chuck is in denial. That's why he's silent.
It's usually a last resort when they use military.
That's what the
Oh, come
history
on,
has claimed. But Chuck, we know that's not true. I heard a report today. So far, the U.S. taxpayers have funded $175 billion. The mind has a tough time even quantifying and imagining a billion with a B because we'll never see that in our lifetime. But $175 billion sent to Ukraine. You think they're trying to have peace, Chuck? You think
they
war is a
started.
last resort?
Yes, I do.
How about the U.S. representatives vetoing in the assemblies the motions for a ceasefire against the genocide in Israel? You think they're choosing war as a last resort there, Chuck?
I think Israel had it was their prerogative to defend themselves against the attack.
Isn't Ukraine defending themselves as well? Just asking the question.
You guys are missing the whole point of peace.
Chuck, I have a question for you. Chuck, when was America not at war? Not at war officially.
Declared war was last one was against
not
Romania in
declared,
1945.
In America's history, when have they not been at war with some country? You said it's a war as a last resort, but that's not true, Chuck. If you examine the facts, you're not.
There was World War II. There was then Korea. Then there was Vietnam.
The war with Korea is still officially going on, by the way. It hasn't ended.
Well, that's an armistice, yeah.
Go ahead.
Please, Chuck. Back to what Stephen observed of you, Chuck. You are in denial. You have chosen war against Jack Talcott. You've chosen war against the truth.
Yes.
And
no, I
know.
choose war against drug dealers.
Chuck,
that's who I war against.
Chuck,
against Flow State.
Please, for the love of Pete, I know you can allow me to get through a comment or to a point without interrupting me. I know you can do it.
But Jack, it's almost a new year.
I know. Praise God. I'm so done with this stuff. Brothers and sisters,
believe it or not, I'm trying to help Chuck. I'm trying to wake him up so that he understands how he comes across on here when he's in denial about such things.
Can I interject real quick?
Please do.
About what Chuck just said, there's so many points that can be made off of it. For one, what's going on in Israel has to do with arguments over God, people fighting over their religion and who's holier than thou, which is a major problem with religion on this earth. It is the source of the majority of wars. But also, Chuck, knowledge is power, and I wish more people would listen to the things I'm talking about. The day Netanyahu came back, December 29, 2022, I explained why he came back on that day and what it had to do with him leaving on June 13, 2021. And from understanding these things, I said, watch for a major war to start in Israel about the same time Yale turns 322 years old. That war began October 7th. 2 days before Yale turned 322 years old. All of these things are related. It's a lot to explain, but of course, the powerful secret society at Yale is Skull and Bones, who get their symbolism from the Templars who waged the Crusades. And notice that war began the same day that we invaded Afghanistan, back when Bush, the Skull and Bones member, was the president, and he referred to what we were doing in the Middle East as a crusade. These people are making history repeat itself. Just for the record, October 7th, the day that both wars began, is the day leaving 85 days left in the year. And in Gematria, Templar equals 85. Again, the Crusaders who waged wars against Muslims. And again, to sit there and say they're defending themselves, it really is sick. First of all, it was a false flag that started the event, but defending yourself is not blowing up hospitals. Our mainstream media sits here and treats it like it's a joke. Oh, look, they blew up 23 of the 25 hospitals, and every time they have some excuse for how it was an accident. Oh, we thought the terrorists were under the hospital. And then meanwhile, you have the Chucks of the world sitting there going, oh, well, see, they blew up the hospital because they thought the terrorists were there.
Yeah, Chuck, I didn't say that.
They're encouraging a genocide, the killing of innocents, a nation that's mostly women and children in the first place. And we're paying for it. We're the taxpayers made to pay for that. Almost all those bombs being dropped on those innocent people, we had to pay for it. Okay? I'll remind you all, this nation was founded 3 years after the Jesuits published the text Art of War. And this nation was created in the same time.
I don't want to buy bombs.
You're talking about the Sun Tzu book?
The American Revolution.
You talking about Sun Tzu?
I think so.
Sun Tzu, there's no proof of Sun Tzu ever existed. Again, the only reason anyone knows of that text is because the Jesuit priest, Father Amiot, published in 1773 by him.
Let's stop buying bombs. Let's stop buying bombs with our money.
Hey, Stephen, it's no shit. Yes.
We make them.
This world is nuts, man.
We don't have a choice to buy bombs. They're not. This is not a voluntary purchase. They're printing money and then saying, "Here's your debt."
Right.
Do you want to buy them?
It's all a sick, evil game, convincing men and women to go to war at each other, convincing men and women to spend their lives slaving away, entertaining themselves, poisoning themselves. My prayer today, my realization earlier, when I led myself through life, leading my own way, I destroyed myself. I was an alcoholic. I was overweight. Yeah, God, the spirit of life carried me through. But brothers and sisters, accept that within all of us, we are lived and moved by one spirit. We can know that spirit that moves us, the genuine part. It's Jesus. It's love. It's the Christ. We are the son and daughters sent to this world to bring forth a greater future together. And 2025, I'm telling you guys.
You're teasing us, though. You're not just telling us. What about Denizen, though? He doesn't believe in Jesus. He said that bond. He doesn't. We don't have to force him to.
You know.
Like, what if we held him down?
We should. I'm not even Christian either, but we should force him.
Let's hold him down.
We got re-education camps for that.
Force him to accept Jesus.
Hey, Hank, thank you, brother. For response, if other people have chosen war with Jack Talcott, am I immoral for using Jack as a proxy so I can?
You are immoral, Hank. Yes.
Day?
Morality is overrated, Hank.
Hank is immoral. Let's hold
crush
down
your enemies.
Let's hold him down and
Hit
make
him
him
with a torque
accept
wrench.
Jesus.
Jack, do you have a time that you're going to make this announcement tomorrow, just so I can know if I have other things going on?
What is he announcing?
I appreciate it. Some great news. Great news for me is great news for us. Those who are joining here and who found themselves a part of this. This is great news for us.
Oh, God.
Check got laid.
For all of us.
As for the time, I try to be consistent with 2 p.m. West Coast, but
do the numbers play a role in when you announce it? Is it by Gematria, Kabbalah? Is it gonna turn on Zach when he hears the announcement? Is he gonna look at the numbers of the time and say, "Oh my God"?
Stephen, yeah. I will let out that I believe this benefits. I believe what benefits me benefits us all, and there may be an opportunity for people to help support this.
What about the numbers though? It's on New Year's Day and it's going to be at what time? Like, is that a factor? The Gematria?
You might move it back later if you want to maximize numbers because people are going to be hungover tomorrow.
Is Zach going to spaz out on New Year's Day over the numbers?
Point. Stephen.
Anyway, I do got to hop off, but happy Catholic New Year to everyone. Remember, it's only the New Year to them. We're on their time calendar, and they are a death cult. And that's why they moved the New Year to the middle of the dead season when everything's dead in nature. So people should remember, the real New Year is when things become anew in the spring. I'd be careful of celebrating any of these people's holidays, to be perfectly honest, because they're all about energy harvesting, and a lot of people do go out and do crazy things, regretful things on New Year's.
Spring in Australia?
Huh?
Isn't it spring in Australia?
Yeah.
It's the same as any other day today.
Well, the northern hemisphere,
It's summer.
and southern
It's
hemisphere,
summer in
obviously
Australia.
on opposites, but
summertime.
All right. That kind of
things are growing in a lot of the world.
Catholics there.
Yeah. So,
Thank
and
you,
again, it's the
Zach.
northern hemisphere that dictates culture because that's where the majority of the world's
Shout out to the
population is.
Aussie Catholics.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
Anyhow,
ahead.
happy Catholic New Year to all, and you guys all have
Gregorian?
a good night. Jack.
Happy Titty-Cot Tuesday to you,
To
Zach.
all a good night.
Is it Gregorian New Year?
Hey, you know what?
Gregorian.
We can celebrate anything we want. I mean, that's what people have done throughout time. They found things to celebrate and other people agree, and then traditions happen. And
we should celebrate capitalism.
Let's celebrate together. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Jack, have you ever heard Gregorian chants? When you said Gregorian, have you ever heard those?
I enjoy those.
I am celebrating that I'm under flow right now.
Fuck yeah, I'm celebrating it too.
Ew.
I'm actually not wearing pants, and that's the truth.
My mouth is open.
Holy cows. Anyway.
I'm going to calm down now.
Chuck is turned on now.
Oh, God.
Chuck's mouth is open.
You know, I often wonder what to do, but at this time, I'm wondering. We're about the 2-hour mark. It feels like an opportune time to maybe shut down. I don't know what else is going on.
Me and Margot just finished.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. I may not return later. We'll see what the future brings. I may
El
find
Perro, I
somebody-
can't teabag her just like I couldn't teabag Zach. I'm actually literally not wearing pants right now.
This has been one of the greatest Titty-Cot Tuesdays for the ages, I think.
I've enjoyed it.
I appreciate you all. Any words you want to share on your way out? I'm going to do my own on the own. Please.
No, I don't have any. Hank's not evil. Maybe in 2025 his resolution can be to be more scary to people. Jack made big steps today and like engaging with reality. Margot, it's always excellent having virtual sex with you. I'm not doing all the rest of you. There's too many people. Subscribe to the Powdered Dusty.
There you go.
Yeah.
Blessings. Peace.
Kick me
out. Unless there's others, I'll just start throwing people. Well, actually,
I love you all and celebrate tonight, Titty-Cot Tuesday. Have a fantastic New Year, everyone. I love you all. Mad love to you all. And check out the Sanity Machine, the Cream of the Crop channel on YouTube.
Who had it on their 2024 bingo card that King Stephen would be more informed about American militarism than Chuck.
I did.
All right. Is it my turn? Jack, I would like to say that I am glad that we are ending 2024 on a good note.
Me as well, my friend. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Appreciate it. Have a great evening. It's great. Yes, I'll get to that.
The machine lies. You need to up your game. I got to my Bible verses before you even got here, and I knew you were watching. So you need to up your game.
Oh.
Hey, blessing to you, Hank. Anything else from you? I'm gonna toss you.
No.
All right. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Denizen. Brother, thoughts? You stayed silent the majority again.
Well, I accidentally joined too late. I think
Oh,
to
that's all right.
contribute. So I was only here for less than 20 minutes at this point. So I apologize for that because I was a little bit driving to the store because because the car broke down earlier, so I had to wait until it got fixed. Yes, but I will be on later for anybody who wants to talk to me. I'm always available. Especially tonight. To Tuesday night. We have a stream going usually. A Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So tonight the topic will be Taoism, and Promise and Peril by Ray Kurzweil, the famous transhumanist. And yeah, we'll be looking at some other things. We'll have open panel music. So yeah, blessings, guys. Thank you guys. But thank you, brother Talcott. All right, definitely.
All right. Respect to you. Hey, I encourage you, actually, while you're here, just so I make sure, I invite anyone, right? Near the end of the stream, I got more than I do at the beginning. I encourage people, go back in the beginnings, skip the first 2 minutes of the opening and speed me up. See what I shared. To let you in, brother, God has revealed some very potentially great news for me. And if things continue to work together, I'll be sharing a lot more tomorrow.
Yeah, I did hear a bit of that, and so I'm excited to see what you share. I'll definitely be available tomorrow as well. So yeah, blessings. All right. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
and I may connect over on Machine Lies as well. So tune in. We'll see what happens, brothers and sisters. Sincerely, today it is New Year's Eve. It is the end of 2024. The year we made it through. We made it through. Some days I didn't know if I'd make it through, but we do. That's often how life works out, right? We hit these points in our lives where things seem challenging. Sometimes things seem comfortable, but how can they be better? How could things be better for you? I'm telling you, love is the way. And the only way to be with love is to be true. Be true to love so that you are true to you. Fall in love with love, not a person, not a thing, not an idea. Fall in love with love, the power of love, the goodness of love. Allow love to become you. That is who you are. When you're authentic, when you're not distracted by opinions and judgments and memories and all that stuff, man, life is too short to be holding on to the past, fighting old arguments, looping over things over and over and over. But praise God, you and I, what we are, I have humbled myself and accept myself to this fact. It is God. Praise God. Be at peace with God in the present, because now is the only time. Now is when we live. Now is when we can know love, know God, know joy, know freedom. You can only know anything now. So know that you know by the grace of God. Remind yourself when you find negative opinions, failure ideas, failures of, things that hurt. When you find those ideas, catch yourself. God doesn't want you to punish yourself. God doesn't really want you to punish others, although I'm sure God uses us to do God's will. It will be done. That which will be, will be. It's just simple. It's true. And if you accept that fact, well, then you're honest. And so I was going somewhere with that. Golly geez, praise God. I think I am going to wrap it up because sincerely, I could go on for hours and hours, but I don't know what you guys want. Have a safe, be at peace, so you are safe. Be at peace and joy and love in your heart, so you are safe. Ah, that's where I was going. What you and I are, what I've come to accept and know in my heart, it is true. You and I and all who ever was, all who ever is, all who ever might become, we are the instruments through which God reveals life. Ponder on that a little bit. Please have a beautiful and joyful evening and return again tomorrow. Let's see what this great news talk might be about. Might be big, might be nothing. We'll find out then. Till then, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again. All who joined, all who tuned in. God bless you all, and peace.